Okay. Hello, I'm Selena. I'll be your therapist for this 50-minute session. Your name is Kaylin, right? And so I just wanted to go over the the informed consent form. I just want to know, did you go over it?
Yeah, I read a little bit of it and signed.
Was there anything confusing for you?
No, it was pretty clear.
Okay, I just want to let you know everything that we say and do here is kept confidential. However, if you do feel like you want to harm yourself or others, I will have to talk to someone about that for your safety and mine as well.
Okay.
So I hope that's not a problem.
No, that's okay.
Okay. So what brings you in today?
I've just been having a really hard time. My husband and I are getting a divorce, and it's just like so much pressure. And the divorce has been going on for 3 years now, and we just can't get along.
So divorce was done 3 years ago.
It's separate. Like we were like separated, and it was just like slow to the process to get like to court, and it's just like really affecting our children. And I'm trying to do everything. Like I'm trying to work and like now be a single parent. And, like it's just really, some days it's just like so hard to even like get up. I have to like for my kids and like go to work, but like I'm just miserable like all the time.
How many kids do you have?
We have 3 children.
3 children. Do you mind if I write?
No, go right ahead.
So are you guys currently separated already?
Yes, we've been separated for about 3 years. It was over for longer than that.
Okay. How are your kids taking it?
Tough. So I have twins, a boy and a girl, and they're 12. So they're a little bit older, and they like pick up on cues. And then we have a 5-year-old, so she's a little bit younger, and it's tough for her. It's tough for them, for sure.
How have you been able to manage taking care of your kids on your own?
I do the best I can. I try to stick to the schedules and like keep things as normal as possible for them. But I know that their dad has been dating like a 22-year-old waitress, and like I know he badmouths me all the time, and it's just hard. It's hard to remain optimistic because I want to shield the kids as much as I can, but it's hard when he's there sometimes. He's got like almost half custody, but he doesn't usually take it, so like they'll be there on the weekend. I can just tell they've picked up like negative things he's been saying about me, and I try not to talk bad about him in front of the kids, but I want to every day because he sucks.
I know you mentioned that you said it's hard for you to wake up. Can you let me know what's so hard about waking up?
It's just like I feel so stuck. It's like I don't know. Like I haven't felt just happy in such a long time, in years and years and years, because it's just like this misery of like not only are like we breaking up and like it's over, that I thought my life would go one way, but it's like the finances of it all and just the court dates and like how he'll push back on every little thing, and I just want it to be over, but it's like never going to be over. So I just like sleeping's hard, and like it's hard to be optimistic and like get up out of bed, but like I have to, and I'm just like monotone all the time, just like one thing. So
you said you felt stuck, not happy, and miserable. How long have you been feeling this way? How long has it been?
Honestly, since before the divorce, like I felt stuck with him. But in terms of just like tired, and that's been for well over a year.
Okay. Have you tried anything to put your spirits up?
It's hard, like when you're a parent, and like I also work in advertising. It's just hard to find time because I have the 3 kids to worry about, and then the court dates and stuff. So every once in a while, like if the kids are over there, I'll try to like go to yoga or like read on the train. But we live in the suburbs, so it's like hard, like for me to like commute. Like most of my friends still live in the city, and I don't know.
So I know you mentioned you work in advertising. Are you happy there working there?
I mean, it's not like my passion, but you know, I have coworkers who are fine.
So what is your passion?
It's a great question. I really like making candles. That's not like my passion. It's just like a hobby.
Okay. Does it make you happy doing it though?
I guess. I mean, I'm passionate about my kids. Kids are just exhausting. Um, you know, it's weird. That's a great question. I feel like that isn't something that I've been asked in 20 years, and something I really had to think about since before we were engaged and married. And I don't know. I don't know what my passion is.
Do you make time for yourself, even though you have your kids?
I try, but it's so hard. So, no.
Do you have any babysitters that you reach out to make that time for yourself?
I do. Then I feel guilty because, like, the kids are so, you know, like working. They're just so unstable. Like, they're working through everything, and I feel bad because I want to give them as much stability as possible. So, like, to leave them with a babysitter when they're supposed to be with me, I would just feel terrible. Like, if they want to go to their friends, and sometimes I'll get time off, but I'll still have the 5-year-old or just like with their sports schedules and everything, not really make time for myself.
So I want to know more about you. So I know you mentioned just making candles. Is there any hobbies that you used to do before you had your kids that you no longer do now?
I used to play recreational volleyball a lot, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, I feel like I'm a different person, like as a mom now. What else did I love? That's a great question. Reading, it's just different. Like waking up, like I don't even remember what it's like to wake up and not have 3 to 4 other schedules that you're responsible for. So it's not only myself, but it's, you know, the 2 kids go to different schools and their dad's such a prick, and like to know like where he's at so I don't run into him, and I don't know. I don't even remember your original question. I'm so just like exasperated. I get like I lose concentration like that so easily. I once like where I did feel at home and like I knew what I was doing in advertising. Now I'm just like tired and like I can't focus, and I just feel like my performance is down at work. So I feel like I'm a bad mom. I'm a bad worker. Like I'm a bad business professional. I was a bad wife. Like it's just I'm doing bad at everything right now.
So it seems to me like it seems to me like you are a good mom. You're tired. I mean, obviously this divorce is taking a toll on you, and you know with your job. But on a scale of 1 through 10, and 1 being that you're not that tired, and 10 being you're extremely tired, where would you rate yourself right now?
Pretty much for the last 3 years, it's been like an 8. Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't say 10. What stops you from being a 10 and just an 8? Is there some type of happiness there for you that's keeping you from being a 10 right now?
Well, I mean, my kids are my happiness, but like that I know that like we're causing them all this pain is hard. I don't know.
So it seems to me like you've just been tired, sad, not really knowing. I think where to go. I think with your life.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But it's not over. Just because you're going through, getting over the divorce.
Mhm.
But
I think one problem that I'm having is just like my husband. Like, it's something I can't control. Like, I know things like might get better. Like, I've been feeling so hopeless for such a long time. But there's always been like a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. But it just seems like I'm always, 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 always just trying to be optimistic when like everything's falling apart. And I think that I can't control him or anything he does, which like I know I can't, but it's like if he's gonna have, his girlfriend who's like closer to our children's age, then like she's like almost as old as our kids. Like, that's disgusting. He's a gross pig and I wanna kill him. I'm not gonna kill him. I didn't mean to say that. Dory, I don't have a plan, but like I just hate him.
So it seems to me like that bothers you a lot, her age.
Everything about her bothers me.
What bothers you about her?
I mean, she's the opposite of me in every way. I mean, she's, from what I've heard, a stripper, which is fine. I mean, however, whatever works, but like, why can't he just date someone that's not like could have been in school with our kids by a few years? I mean, not that many, but like, he's 50. No, he's 45. He's 45.
You just act like she's older, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
45. Okay. I see that. So, yeah, it seems to me like you have a lot on your plate. Has anybody tried reaching out in like family ways to help you?
So that's one thing that's also obnoxious is like his mom gets so involved. Like, I'm thankful for the relationship I have with like my parents. Like, they live in town, so like every once in a while they'll take the girls and my son, and I'm thankful for that. But like his mom has been just like totally a pain, like butting her nose into like our business and like deciding that I'm the reason that the divorce happened, so I don't want to speak to her anymore.
So she's trying to help you, but also blaming you.
Oh, my parents aren't trying to help. It's his mom who won't. Like, she'll take the kids just like he does and like talk about me. So
yeah, that's extremely awful.
It is extremely awful. It's unfair.
That is. So, Caitlin, if you weren't so tired right now and you had all the happiness in the world, where and what would you be doing right now?
I mean, I wish I could have given my kids a stable father, but I mean, I would probably just go on vacation with them. If we had the money, like, we're comfortable, we're okay, but I mean, still, money's always a concern for a parent. Like, 3 of them might go off to college one day, and I don't feel comfortable to take vacations with them, like, all the time. So, if I had no limits, like, that's what we would do. Your father wouldn't be such a prick, but...
Have you tried dating again after the divorce?
No, I'm way too tired, way too...
So is that what's preventing you, that you're tired?
That, and I don't want to put my kids through it. I don't want to, I don't want to deal with, like, all all that again. I mean, dating at my age is just no. I went on Tinder once and it was scary.
Well, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I am 44.
Okay, so you're a year younger than your ex-husband.
Yes, we met in college.
So how long did your marriage last?
25 years.
Okay, so that was a long time.
Yeah, 25 years. Was a long time. We married young though, not like people.
Were there problems in the beginning of the relationship? Like, where did the problems begin for you guys to have the divorce?
I don't know. I think we got like distant from each other, and all of a sudden, like, he had a temper, and I couldn't. I don't know. Like, he would just take more business trips. I had suspicions that he was cheating for a really long time, and it turns out he was cheating with this lady. So
not the one that he's currently with.
The one that he's currently dating.
Okay.
So it's just really stressful, you know. And I think that's why he badmouths me so much to the kids, because he wants to look good, because he knows he's done wrong. I don't know. But no, I'm probably going to be single forever.
Because I know you mentioned that you want a stable father for your kids and go on vacation. So that's why I asked about the dating, because maybe a new father figure maybe come in the picture and possibly make you happy and your kids. But then again, Caitlin, the happiness does come within and you first. So, you know, that's what you're here for, hopefully to reach that happiness. So, hopefully we'll get there soon.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been on any medication while you were,
I have
like,
not.
feeling this tired and sad? You haven't been?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I left my phone there because I thought my kids might be calling. Would you hand it to me really quick? Sorry. One of them is sick. That's another thing. Like, one of them has, the flu. So I'll just keep this out because I can't. Their father was supposed to pick him up the other day. Didn't. Like, literally left the kids on the side of school, just like with the one parent that was supposed to be like with them. You know, they're like teacher, classroom aide, and just the kids for 45 minutes. Like,
so it seems like you're the responsible parent.
Oh yeah, he's always at a casino.
Has he always been like that?
It's always fallen on me more, like the children's schedules. Like, you know, if he wants to go to a casino, that's where he's gonna go. If he wants to go to a bar, that's where he's gonna go. I mean, he just cares about fun, and I would like our bills to be paid.
How often do your kids see him?
The agreement is every other weekend. When he shows up, it's every other weekend, but sometimes he goes to Las Vegas with his girlfriend, or, you know.
Right. How do your kids feel about your ex-husband and his new relationship as well? How do your kids take that?
I mean, the older ones have started to pick up on cues. I think, you know, they're young. I think that they still want to, like, see their father. You know, nobody wants to believe that their, like, parents are flawed. So they will stand up for him. But then, you know, if he's supposed to pick him up from school or go to a baseball game and forgets, that's when they're like, well, what the heck? And I have to, like, lie for them because, you know, I don't want them to think it's something that they did wrong. Because he's such a scummy piece of I'm trying to censor myself around them, try not to curse anymore.
You You don't have to censor yourself here. This is your
He's a piece of
section.
shit. He's a piece of shit. He's the worst person. He doesn't love his kids. He doesn't show up for them. He's dating a stripper. He's the worst.
Seems like you're very angry when you talk about him.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that upsets you about him that he does?
Pretty much everything. I mean, on the contrary, like, is there anything he does that doesn't upset me? And the answer is no. He's just, I don't know why we got married. I don't remember how, like, what was happening. Yeah, I don't know about him.
It's fine. It seems to me like you were just doing a lot of taking a part of a lot of the responsibility in both the relationship and with your kids. But probably had a midlife crisis and dated the stripper.
What it sounds like, yeah.
It does.
And it's hard to get over that hurt, and like, you know, I have friends that I can call, but I don't want to be a negative person, so it's like good to get this off my chest because this is bullshit, but it's also like I want to teach my kids that like you put on a brave face and you deal with, you know, you can't control other people, you can only take care of like what you said you're going to do, and I just want to be stable for them, but it's hard.
It's definitely a healing process. But like I said, you gotta take care of yourself, Caitlin. You gotta make time for you, in order for you not to be so tired. So I would advise you, hopefully, try to find a family member, a babysitter. Don't feel bad that your kids are with another person, you know, during this time. Pretty sure they can understand, and like you said yourself, some of your younger kids don't even know what's going on right now because they're young. So you can take care of yourself first. Because, like you said, you haven't tried it yet since you know you haven't had the time. You never know, that might help. But is there anything on your mind that you would want to do if you were given that time?
You know, maybe I could start running before they wake up for school. That would be a good start, you know.
Is there any gyms around your area that you could try signing up for volleyball again?
That's a good idea. I just feel like it'd be so hard to like not feel guilty because normally they're at night. So like, what if I miss their softball games or like a parent-teacher conference? Or, but I guess that would be a good way to like get out and meet.
Well, what about the mornings when they're in school during the day?
I'm at work during the day.
You're at work.
Yeah.
How about the weekends, possibly before they wake up?
I mean,
having a babysitter.
That could work, or if they're at their dad's, if he decides to show up that day. Yeah, I mean, that's something I could consider. You know, maybe that would even help with dating because Lord knows I'm not going to find it on the internet. Like, so many gross people just like messaging me pictures, things I don't want to see.
So it's been an awful experience.
Yeah.
So you said you only tried
there.
Tinder.
Yeah, it was scary.
Wow.
Dick pics left and right.
Oh my goodness, that sounds horrifying.
I didn't ask for any of that.
Yeah, probably in a more in-person setting, you could maybe bump into somebody.
Could avoid that, yeah.
You don't have to be swiping left or right. So that's good. Okay, so I'll look into resources that I could try to find any volleyball places for you because it seems like you used to love it. And next week, hopefully, I'll check in with you on the running if you've done any. How many days out of the week would you want to go on and run? What's a good homework assignment for you to try?
Maybe like 2 or 3 to start.
So 2 to 3 out of the week. Okay, so I'm gonna keep you accountable on that. So 2 to 3 times a week. So hopefully from there that'll go up, and maybe that'll change how you feel. Because self care.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is there anything that's on your mind right now?
Yeah, I mean, just everything, just work and school and the kids and my ex-husband.
So how's work? How's work going right now for you?
It's tough. We're in the middle of a merger, so I feel like everybody's working really hard. I'm trying to put in overtime, but I can't because I can't be there to pick them up at school. So, there's that extra thing of being a woman in the workplace where I, even if nobody's doing it, I still feel like looked down upon because I can't. There's just certain things I can't do. Um, like work happy hours. I never go to those ever because I can't. Um, it'd be so different.
So then again, let's try finding a family member or a babysitter, or you could try making those happy hours with your coworkers, socializing. I feel like getting back into a more social setting for you would be good. So that's something else we could try out.
Yeah, I can definitely try it out. Yeah, I mean, my parents would take them. They do live in the area. They're not too far. They're about 20 minutes away. So, sorry, I told you I'm tired all the time.
Seems like you're tired and not. I understand. So is there any current friends that you're close with that have been supportive during how you're feeling right now and during the divorce before?
Yeah, my best friend lives in Connecticut, but I talk to her, a lot, and she's really supportive. My friends, sorry, are really supportive.
So if you don't mind me asking, who referred you to come in today? Was it yourself, a family member, friend?
I came myself just because I need someone to vent to, just maybe like help straighten things out in my head. And
well, you took the right step to come in.
Thank you.
And you definitely shared a lot. It seems like you let out a lot of inner anger of your husband, obviously. So
a lot of pent up rage.
But yes, but it's it's healthy that you were able to let it out. So that shows progress.
Thank you.
So kudos to you on that.
Thank you.
And so, like I said, we'll be working on the homework assignment for next week.
Okay.
Is there anything else that's bothering you other than your husband feeling tired?
No, just the pressures of everything all together. I'm so tired all the time.
Okay, well, we have a few more minutes, and then I'll be letting you go.
Okay.
I just wanted to see if there's anything else before we go.
Always my kids. Someone. Well, that's another thing. He took away their phones. So they can't contact me when he's at their house, at his house. So I tried to have a judge tell him he can't do that, which cost another $1,000 in legal fees and stuff. It's just never ending. I just want him to get out of my life, but stay in theirs, but get out of mine.
So is he the one that pays the bills for the phone? So how did he take their phones away for his own paying for
it? He just takes. I don't know. I'm not there. I don't know what he does or how he does it, but he just takes their phones away.
Have you talked to him about it?
I talked to him through an attorney at this point because I'm just trying to be civil. The drop-offs, I want to remain as cordial as possible so the kids see us getting along, even though, as I said, I want bad things to happen to him. But, yeah, he's just... the worst. He's the worst.
Well, hopefully that can get better between your ex-husband and your kids. So, do you have any siblings?
I do. I have a brother and a sister.
So, how do they feel about the whole situation? Have they been supportive?
They have been. They have their own lives and things like that. And he lives in Colorado, and I live here, and my sister, she travels a lot for work, so I can't really see her. So it's little things that we keep in contact, like text and Skype, and but no, my parents and my siblings, like, we're all very close, and that's good.
Sounds good. So it sounds like you're really close to them and able to support them. That's good. Do they come a lot to visit you with the kids?
Not as much. I mean, we get together for holidays and every once in a while. It's harder, like my brother's got kids and my sister has a kid, so we try to get the kids together so they can see their cousins. That's, the best I can. I'm doing the best I can.
It seems like it. With you taking care of your kids, you being responsible. It seems like you're doing the best by holding your job as well. Like I said, just making sure you take care of yourself. So, have you asked? Are you full-time by any chance?
Yes, I am.
Right? Okay. Have you talked to your boss about take some days off?
With the merger, that's not really an option right now. I wouldn't even do it because I feel like so many coworkers are staying late so often, and I should have mentioned I have called, my mom. She does, but it's like when you're asking about like that time off, it's like she'll come to help the kids when I have to work late, like drive them places because their school's far away, and like I'm sick of like calling a parent and being like, I have to work late again.
So you don't have any paid time off to use?
I do, but just with the way that the company is structured and the way that, at least once or twice a week, it's like, hey, can you do this? Like, I'm working through lunch, or, after work when they ask, can I stay with this client, take them out to dinner? No, I really can't. So I have to say no to things like that, which I feel like is just hurting my career advancement. And which then in turn stresses me out because either way, I'm not giving 100% in the workplace, or I'm not giving 100% to my children, and both make me feel terrible because like work used to make me really happy. I was really ambitious and driven after I graduated, and obviously the kids just add so much pressure to that. So much pressure.
So was your ex-husband your, he wasn't your first boyfriend, correct? Because I know you told me you guys were dating since college.
He was my first boyfriend.
He was.
He was
Okay.
my first boyfriend.
So maybe that's why it hit you. Possibly why it hit you so hard. So was it like your first love type of thing?
Yeah, that definitely could have an effect on it. I mean, I yeah, yeah. Like I mean, I had like boyfriends, but like not, I mean,
Nothing serious.
never. Yeah, never
Mm-hmm.
over a few months. Like it wasn't.
So can you speak on a little bit more of what makes you so like so sad and tired, like in the morning?
It's just it's just constantly making myself feel like I'm doing a bad job at everything, just everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I'll get home and maybe I went to one or two of their volleyball games and or a baseball game or whatever it is that day, and then to go like pick up the other ones. Like I'm helping them with homework, so I'll get home at 6:30, like pick them up from either after school care or if my parents are there, and then after that, like you know I'll try to make dinner for them, but it's like, oh my god, of course I forgot dinner. So I'm bad at that too. I'm like not, you know, I'm not home for dinner. And like if I am, to get them all like fed and in bed and like give them individual time that kids need. Read them each a story, look over their homework together, ask them how their day was, like get to know their friends. Ask them what jackass thing their dad said today. Like, obviously, I wouldn't say it in those words, but I know he said something. He always does. So then by the time the kids are in bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, I remember, I left the office before 5, which everybody stays later than that these days. Like, the 9 to 5 is just a thing of the past. I left the office at 5 in order to get home in traffic to them, and I have work to do. So then I'm up till 11 or 12, and I just don't know that scaling back on my work is possible. It's not. I mean, it's not, because I don't trust my ex-husband, to pay his fair share, even if it's court mandated, and sometimes paying that money is just going to cost more, in the long run. Like, getting him to pay up, like, is it worth, like, my dignity? Yeah, the court says so. Yeah, I can put him in jail. It's like, do I want my kid's father to go to jail if he's not paying child support? Like, I just...
Well, it seems like you're doing the best you can right now.
Yeah,
and you're putting yourself down. But the good thing about it is you are responsible. You are hardworking. You are a good mother.
Thank you. Really needed to hear that. Thank you.
Another, I think, homework assignment that would be useful is having post-it notes around maybe possibly your mirror and writing down good qualities about yourself and waking up to that. Just like a few examples are the ones that I said. I think you're putting too much pressure on yourself and not giving enough credit for what you do. Moving forward, is there by any chance any substance use, alcohol or drugs that you currently use?
I drink wine a couple times a week, like a glass or two after I get home from work, but it's nothing. And the old metabolism isn't what it used to be, so I don't use drugs.
Okay.
I quit smoking in the 80s.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. Their father, on the other hand, that's a different story. You could ask him about his drug use. I'd love to know. I don't think he uses around them, but his sudden and frequent... I can't prove it. I mean, I think he was abusing prescription pills when we were together. I doubt he stopped, and I always thought that he drank a little bit too much. Not a little bit, a lot of it. I don't know why I'm trying. I keep forgetting you're not my kids, and that I can just say the truth about him. Like, he's drunk. He drinks all the time. All the time. Usually I don't think in front of them, but who knows?
Do you know if he drinks in front of your kids or not?
I don't think so. I don't think it's to the point where he would put them in danger because I would be in court fighting for that, and I've thought it out. You know, what's the best for them to not have a relationship with him or to see him like that, or what's the least amount of harm for the kids. I don't think he would use in front of them. I think if he did, it would be socially. If they went to a restaurant, he'd have a beer or two. But I could be giving him too much credit. Just the benefit of the doubt. And sorry, once again.
Is that him again?
Yeah. And that's another thing. With the time off from work that I have taken before, it's when the kids have sick days. You know, it's not when I have my own sick days. Like, I do get time off, but I've had to miss business meetings and important presentations and, you know, lunches with associates that, you know, my son's got the flu. I'm not sending him to school. And today now I have this whole guilt thing that's like, is he sick that I should go pull him out? Like, I'm with you on my lunch break right now, which I'm going to have so much work when I get back because of that. You know, what do I do?
Right. I mean, like I said, you took steps to come out during lunch break to come see me. So that's progress. And like I said, making time for yourself would also be progress. And also, you know, I think with him just being still a part of your kid's life, and I mean, technically, you know, you're not together, but I think there is some burden that you have to let go of him, you know. I mean, I understand his qualities. Obviously, you guys aren't together for a reason, and maybe trying to get over that factor and think about yourself and your happiness. So I just want to go over some of the things that we talked about. So I know in the beginning you said you felt stuck, unhappy, and we talked about how volleyball makes you happy. And so I did bring up, hopefully, signing up to a gym, maybe a volleyball club, possibly. I know I heard of that. That's around, so maybe signing yourself up for that. And it's never too late to start dating again, you know. So, well,
when would I have time?
We make time. So
that's true.
Especially with your oldest, he's getting older, so he's gonna become more independent. So, and also keeping you accountable for your homework assignment of the 2 to 3 times a week, going on a run. And you could check in with me next week how that goes for you. And also writing the post-it notes. So hopefully that helps out. So what are some things on your head that you think that you could write about yourself?
I guess you're right. I'm responsible. I am. I'm responsible. I love them a lot, so hopefully I'm a good mom in that way. I am hardworking.
That's progress right there. That's better than saying nothing before they say you weren't good at nothing. So you're making progress right now, just saying it verbally. So the next step is writing it down and having it in front of your mirror. So just as a reminder for yourself. Is there anything else you have on your mind before we wrap it up soon?
Not really. I mean, just everything. I'm just thinking about like the pile of work on my desk. It's gonna be a mess.
You have a lot of work to do.
Like, ton of work. Just a ton of work.
So,
yeah, ton
Well, hopefully this was your little getaway place for now from school, your kids, and your ex-husband right now.
It did help.
So hopefully next week we'll see what progress you make and if you're still feeling the same way. And then from there on, we'll just continue making sessions or not. But it's up to you.
Okay.
But it was nice talking to you, Caitlin. And
Wow.
I hope next week I'll see your progress. So have a
Great.
good day.
Thank you. It was great to meet you.
Me too.